Hello Clarest fans, Phil Bird here. Make sure you subscribe to Burnley's official YouTube channel and turn on notifications, otherwise you might miss moments like this. Oh, what a goal! And Wood was there to finish it!
You're spitting Glenn Little, look at us.
Enjoy the video and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Up the Clarets. Hello Clarets fans, Phil Bird here. Make sure you subscribe to Burnley's official YouTube channel and turn on notifications, otherwise you might miss moments like this. Oh, what a goal! And Wood was there to finish it!
He's spitting Glenn Little, look at us.
Enjoy the video and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Up the Clarets.
It's a really good reception from the crowd. You sense the crowd are up for this.
Oh, massive time. It's a full house here from the Burnley end. You know, they're going to be right behind the players.
Don't see a full house too often, but when you do, Paul, it's a great atmosphere. Can Burnley get up to the Premier League today? Just waiting for the teams to come out and whip through the sides for you again. Listen to the reception. Turf Moor special as the teams make their way out. Burnley, of course, in claret and blue. Wigan play all black. And it's a great reception. Let's whip through the sides for you. Burnley unchanged. We didn't expect any changes. We didn't get any. Tom Heaton in goal. Kieran Trippier right back. Ben Mee left back. Michael Duff, Jason Shackle in the centre of defence. In midfield, scorer on Friday, Michael Kitely, Dean Marney, David Jones and Scott Arfield. Up front, Danny Ings and Ashley Barnes. Wigan are dangerous. They're playing really well at the minute in 5th spot. Ali Al-Habsi is their keeper. James Perch at right back. Stephen Craney at left back. Leon Barnett and Emerson Boyce in the centre of defence. We think possibly a midfield 5. James McLean, Jack Collison, James MacArthur, Jordi Gomez and Jean Persejor. And then up front, Mark Antoine Fortuné. Their bench, we'll start with Burnley's bench. Alex Chisak, Ross Wallace, Junior Stanislas, David Edgar, Chris Baird, Keith Tracy and Kevin Long. But the odds tell you something. Sky Bet have got Burnley at 80-1 on to be promoted. Wigan 12-5, Derby 12-5. Don't get things wrong normally, the bookies. But let's see if Burnley can get over the line today. Keith Stroud gets us underway. Immediately the crowd get behind the lads. Back with Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton to launch this forward. Looking for Arfield. Header one at the back by Perch. Break for Marney. On for Arfield. Touches it forward. Look like handball. Referee happy enough. It's MacArthur with the touch. Mee to win this header. Shackle just to provide support. Well, can he get it back to his keeper? He can. James McLean in pursuit. Rolled out for Ben Mee. Burnley want to settle the nerves. Get going, hit the groove. Looking for Barnes through the middle. Header won by Barnett. Ings just turns Boyce nicely. Can he hook it into the middle? It's MacArthur providing cover to get it away. McLean just a little bit too strong for Ben Mee on that occasion. Here's Fortuné down this right hand side. David Jones goes with him. Who's he got in the middle? Bursajil trying to get in there. He's hooked forward. Who's that come off? It'll be a Burnley throw. Good work from David Jones. He's been impressive all season.
Been very good, the pair of them in there. Marney and Jones working as a great little pair. They know each other's strengths now and weaknesses, and that's the good thing about it. One goes forward, one sits. They've got the balance of right and left footed players, and they are a very, very fundamental part of the Clarets team.
Barnes with the header, but out of play, so this time it'll be a Wigan throw near the halfway line with their right back James Perch wearing 24. They'll get it back off Collison. Ball forward, Ben Mee to win the header. Next one's MacArthur's. Break here for Fortuné. Touch on for the lively Gomez. He runs into his man though, and Burnley will break with the ball. Here's Barnes helping on, nearly for Ings. The keeper will get there. Al-Habsi was quick on his toes, very nearly the right ball, trying to thread it through for Danny Ings. That was close to the perfect pass.
Yeah, very, very close. I think the goalkeeper done very well to read it and come out very early. It was just a perfect ball. Danny had got just beyond the centre half, but unfortunately the goalkeeper came out and read it very well.
They did well there, the keeper, Al-Habsi. Produced a memorable save. The DW saved him to deny David Jones against his former club. Here's Tom Heaton. Played 2 minutes. Goalless here. Heaton to kick it off the deck. 2 games after today, remember. Ipswich at home on Saturday. Reading away a week on Saturday. Both 12:15 kickoffs. Barnes will jump here. Flick it on. Looking for Ings. He'll reach this, Danny Ings. But there's a foul by Barnes. Just adjudged to have jumped into Emerson Boyce. Emerson Boyce, the former Crystal Palace defender, gets the free kick, ties his shoelaces up, and then we'll be ready to restart. Al-Habsi with the free kick. Just having a quick look at Wigan. They will keep 3 up, as Paul said, wherever they can. McLean, Fortuné And Bosajo, I think, as things stand, that's just gone beyond Trippier. I think they'll look to try and keep Trippier occupied if they can. He's hooked it away. Marnie to try and help it on. Here's MacArthur. Craney to touch it back. Poor ball. It's given Barnett a bit to do. And that'll go back to the keeper, Al Habsi. Wasn't the best of games at the DW. So that three-man defence almost counteracted Burnley. That's not run out of play. It has now. Ings blocked it. That'll be a goal kick. Interesting, they're going to push Bosajo right up on Trippier.
Yeah, I'm surprised by their starting lineup at the moment. Collison's gone in as a 3 with Gomez and MacArthur, and Bosashaw's right out on the left-hand side. I thought McLean would favour that position, but he seems just to be playing off the striker at the moment.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? I think he's gone there for his energy, just to try and keep Trippier quiet. It's a strange situation where Burnley have got the player with the most assists, and he plays at right back. I guess that doesn't happen every season. Al Habsi with the kick. Trippier to jump, win a good header. Craney will win the next one. Hits it against his man. Will it break for Burnley? Barnes got a touch. Barnes will try and reach it again. Craney to hook it forward and out of play, and that'll be a Burnley throw. Bright sunshine at Turf Moor. Just 2 games to go after today. Burnley 8 points clear of Derby. Burnley 86 points. Derby 78. Burnley's record point haul is 88, so a win today would get us beyond that. Had a one at the back, and an awkward fall here. Is it Barnett? It is. He'll pick himself up, headed it out of play, and that'll be another Burnley throw. Always a little awkward when players jump for the ball and fall awkwardly. But Leon Barnett's okay. Played in the game where Adi Akinbayi got the hat-trick. John Spicer had to go in goal. Burnley won 3-2 at Luton. Flick on from Barnes. Tried it again. It's come off the defender. So that'll be a Burnley throw. Level with the penalty area. Some good noise from the crowd already.
It is, yeah. They're trying to get behind the boys at the moment. The ball's going up to the strikers. It's just a little bit of a 50-50 all the time. So we just need to get the quality in there. Try and get the ball into Danny's feet, but it's not easy because MacArthur's just sat in front of him.
Yeah, Burnley in possession. That'll have been an offside against Kitely. He couldn't contribute. The flag had gone up anyway, and that'll be a Wigan free kick. Played 5 minutes. Burnley 0, Wigan Athletic 0. Not played too often because Wigan only came into the Football League in 1978. But here, Wigan have won 6 times, Burnley only twice, so a bit of a bogey side. Here's Al Habsi. Thought about taking a short one to James Perch. The crowd wanting to get on with it. Not a big side, not noticeably a big side. Bosajo will jump here with Trippier. Trippier's got a head on that. Touch forward, easy one for Shackle. Looks like they're trying to keep the fullbacks occupied. McLean on me and Bosajo on Trippier. If I've got that right, Duff with a clearance here. Helped on. Ings to take this down. We need some Ings magic today. Forward looking for Barnes. Is he being held there by Boyce? Boyce won the header. Referee happy. That might be a push by Marnie. That'll be a free kick inside the Wigan half. Strange doesn't seem to get the decisions, does he, Ashley Barnes? Reminds me a little bit of Gareth Taylor.
Yeah, he's trying to fight all the time and he's looking at the player and not the balls. That's why it's very, very easy for the referee to give it. But he is a battler. He gives 100% all the time, and I think he's going to be a really big key person in this game.
He will be, because he'll just keep on trying and trying and trying. Barnett with the free kick just dinks it forward. That's gone beyond Trippier, beyond Bosajo. Chilean international, and that'll be a goal kick to the Clarets. 7 minutes on the watch. Game just calming down a little. Great atmosphere. Barely an empty seat in the 3 stands, which is great to see, because Burnley are close. They know that. They've worked ever so hard. All those fantastic victories when they won 10 of the first 13, then that run of 8 wins in 10 in the new year has got them in this position. Heaton with the clearance. Barnes to try and take it down. Sean Dyche not happy. Thought his striker was fouled. MacArthur to the next ball. Help back inside again for MacArthur. Long ball over the top. Trippier to get there. Heads it back to his keeper. And that again emphasises what we're saying. Barnes doesn't get a lot of decisions.
No, he doesn't. No, it's very, very difficult for strikers. They never get protected that much. You can see Sean Dyche is not happy with that decision at all. But I'm sure if he keeps demonstrating like that, we'll get a few.
Yeah, it's part and parcel of it, isn't it? It's gone all the way back to Tom Heaton. I see Jimmy Armfield is here today. Jimmy was here for the game in '87 when Burnley had to beat Orient to stay in the Football League. What a contrast today. Here's MacArthur finds Collison. He was here with West Ham early in the season in the League Cup. Fortuné to take it down. Here's Gomez, very lively. Will always want the ball, the Spaniard, and drive at defences. Fortuné just to help it on that left-hand side. It's back with Craney, former Blackpool fullback. Uses Gomez. Gomez for Craney. Craney hits it against his man. Marnie closing him down. That'll be a throw. Front of Rosler. And it'll be Craney to take it. 0-0 here. Back inside. Just hooked in towards MacArthur. Here's Boyce, just outside the centre circle, looking wide for Craney. Wigan have played well in recent weeks. Trippier will have to reach this, can't quite get there. Might just fall inside the box, touch back, and Trippier will recover his composure. Clear it left-footed, looking for Ings, headed one by Barnett. Trippier to the next ball, quick and alert. It's back with Michael Duff. Burnley struggling to get out of their own half just for the minute. Well, that's a decent pass from Ben Mee to chase for Arfield. Always the favourite was Emerson Boyce. He's cleared his lines. Mee wins the next ball, and that's into the arms of the keeper. Great effort from Ben Mee. Won a couple of clearances there. That shows the endeavour and the work rate.
It does. It's good play from Ben Mee. I think the key for Burnley now is as the game has settled down, they've realised that Wigan are playing very, very narrow in the midfield, and they've got to try and get Arfield and Kitely in this game a little bit more. That's where they're going to get their success, because it's just one-on-ones out on the wings.
Yeah, you're right, isn't it? It is a 4-3-3, and the three are pushed right up. So they're pushed up on the fullbacks to keep them occupied. Barnes fouled here by Boyce. He finally gets his decision. All that hard work on the bench is worthwhile. But I think that was a clear foul, Paul.
Yeah, it was a stupid foul from the centre-half. He was never going to get that. And there's times in the game where centre-halves can't get the ball, and they've got to be cute. And on that occasion, he just went straight through the back of Barnes.
It's just Relinquished possession, hasn't it? Craney to win the header, though. Looking to try and feed Kitely. Bersajo with a miss kick. Touch back to Trippier. Ball in, looking for Barnes. It's an easy clearance for Wigan. Here's Michael Duff. Cry from the crowd, realising Fortuné was chasing down the back pass, but Duff got it back neatly to his keeper. Header won by Boyce above Ings. Cross comes Jones to win that against Gomez, and that'll be a throw to Wigan. It's been a nervy 10 minutes, hasn't it?
It has, because I think, being honest, Wigan have come with a game plan and it's really working. They've got MacArthur sat in front of their back four, and Ings can't get on the ball. They've got the wide men pushed right on, so that's keeping Trippier quiet, and they've got a lot of bodies in the midfield, so the two centre midfielders can't get in the game. So it's very, very difficult, but Burnley are going to have to come up with something.
It's going to have to be a little different, I think, today. Paul's right. Wigan have got a nice little game plan. They played this 4-3-3. They did it under Martinez. Changed it, or tried to change it under Coyle. It didn't work out. Back knowing what they know best now. That's wide for Michael Duff. Chase for McLean, former teammate of Danny Lafferty's at Derry. He's blocked the clearance, and that'll be a Burnley throw. 10 minutes played. Be left for Kieran Trippier. Trippier with the throw. He's going to have to go back a yard or two. Here's Trippier with the throw, just in front of Rosler. Looking towards Barnes, trying to flick it on. Be another throw for Burnley, taken quicker this time. Down into the ground, might have been a foul throw, but helped on here by Kitely for Ben Mee getting forward. He's got space, nobody picking him up at this stage. That cross is too deep, it's beyond Ashley Barnes, and that's gone behind for a goal kick. Wayward cross, but good to see the crowd getting behind the lads.
I didn't think he needed to cross it so quick. He's got so much time out on this left-hand side. You've got Arfield there. Wigan look as though they're just going to say, Perch, you manage those two at the moment, because they've really concentrated on Burnley's right-hand side. So Mee and Arfield could really make a difference down this left.
I know what you mean. They're really concentrating on Trippier. Bersajo is sitting on him all the time. 12 minutes played. Goalless here at Turf Moor. Al-Habsi with the clearance. Michael Duff's won that header, and that'll be a throw to Wigan on that far side, in front of the Bob Lord stand, inside the Burnley half. It'll be left for Stephen Craney, former Blackpool player. They're in trouble, of course, near the bottom of the division, in the bottom three now after Friday's game. Here's Craney, taking his time, taking the sting out of the game. Those will be the instructions from Rosler. Throw inside, nice turn here though. Burnley under pressure a little here. Jones trying to get back. Burnley've nicked it. Good work from the Clarets. Here's Marnie. Foul by MacArthur. Arfield rides the next challenge, then brings it back. Seemed to have waved play on and then decided to bring it back. That was a little bit strange from the referee.
It was. He'd let the ball go on just that one, and he thought, yes, he's got away with it, but he had a heavy touch. but he could have let it go for the second time, but he didn't. But Burnley have got possession.
Didn't really help the Clarets. Ben Mee's headed out of play for a throw. Just seen McLean and Fortuné switch as well. McLean through the middle, and then Fortuné was right on Ben Mee. Interesting tactics from Wigan. You can see why they've done well in recent weeks. Ball forward that Ben Mee will win. Touch from Collison to try and help it on towards Barnes. Here's Ings, done well with that Ings. Gets it wide for Kitely. On to Marnie. Marnie looking for Trippier, but there's got pace as Bouchajor. This is why Bouchajor's on Trippier. You can see why in that one move, and it's run out of play for a goal kick. Exactly why he's up against Trippier.
Yeah, that's probably why McLean's not playing out there, because he likes to get forward, whereas Bouchajor's got a bit more about him. He likes to do the defensive work, help out his fullback as much as possible. And as you can see from that, he was a very, very strong player, and Trippier just couldn't get there.
I've not seen a fullback man mark before.
Well, you've got to do these things in the game. If you know, if scouts come to games and watch Burnley, you've got to look at their strengths and think, well, how can we stop Burnley playing? If we get in front of Danny Ings and stop the ball going to his feet, if we stop Trippier getting on the ball, where else is there danger?
Good point, it's a good point. And he's sticking with him all the way. Al Habsi, poor clearance, just about gets away with it. Finds Gomez, in fact, former Espanyol player. Long ball from him. Shackle to come and win it. Is it left for the keeper? It is. Had it under control. Shackle knew the keeper would be able to come and collect it. He rolls it down here for Michael Duff. Immediately Fortuné chases it. Those three work hard across the back four. They make it difficult for defences. And so far in the first quarter of an hour, it's been a test for Burnley. Here's Heaton. He'll kick this long, right-footed, looking through the middle for Barnes. Barnett battles. He'll want it to run behind, and that'll be a goal kick to Wigan. Their away record, 8 wins, 3 draws, 9 defeats. Not too many draws in amongst that. They've beaten Ipswich, Forest, Brighton recently, Sheffield Wednesday recently, beat Derby away from home as well. So they've got a little bit of form, and they'll be difficult for Burnley today. Al Habsi dummies the goal kick. Crowd egging him on. Clearance here from Al Habsi. Trippier won't reach that, and that'll be a Burnley throw. Just by the Wigan dugout with Kieran Trippier. He'll look to try and get Ashley Barnes into the game here, I think. Burnley going to have to be patient. It is a test today. Looking long. Barnes trying to flick it on against Barnett. Oh, it'll break for Burnley here. Kitely driving into the box here against Craney. Hooks it back inside, looking for Arfield. It's Perch with the clearance. Bit of fortune for Burnley to get in the position, but Kitely did really, really well. Drove and drove and drove at the box, and in the end it took a good clearance from Perch to clear the lines. Had her out by Craney. That was close. Kitely did well.
Yeah, Kitely done very well. I was just disappointed with Arfield and Danny. I thought they could have busted gun a little bit harder just to get in there, because it was very easy for Perch to clear.
Yeah, it was an easy clearance, I guess, in the end for the former Forest man. Burnley will have to retrieve this with Jason Shackle. McLean to put him under pressure. It's gone wide here for Ben Mee. Mee up against Collison. Hooks it on for Jones, giving him a bit to do. That's a good touch from Jones to find Arfield. Heads it on, looking for Barnes. Clearance here from MacArthur, who sits in front of the back four. Header one here by Ben Mee. It's gone wide for Arfield to take it down. Scott Arfield, can he deliver a cross here? Oh, it looks deep. Craney with the header away. Kitely was coming onto it. Good ball in from Arfield. Good play from the Clarets. Listen to the noise as Burnley keep pressing. It's with Kieran Trippier. Cries have come on Burnley. Every man in the crowd knows a Burnley win. We'll see the Clarets up. Let's see what Trippier can do here with the throw. Barnes will be the target, I would think. It's aimed towards Barnes, a little bit short, and it'll be cleared by Bouchajor, but out of play for a Burnley throw. The only time Burnley have ever won promotion at home was back in 1973, and they beat Sunderland, the FA Cup finalists that year. On Monday night, Burnley beat Sunderland here 2-0 under Jimmy Adamson. Here's Kieran Trippier. Noise level's really good. Michael Duff just to clip the ball forward. Ings is offside. Got a touch, immediately he did. The flag went up, and this will be a free kick to Wigan. That was a good ball in, wasn't it, from Arfield?
It was, yeah. But just going back to that last play, this is what Danny's got to start to do a little bit more. He's not going to get the ball to feet because of MacArthur sat right in his way all the time. So Danny's got to try and get beyond. Just then he was just caught offside, but if he can just get beyond the centre halves, that might then stretch the play a little bit more and enable him to then get the ball to feet.
Stretch them to the channels, I know what you mean. Ashley Barnes is fouled here. As Paul said, a key player this afternoon. His work rate is exemplary. Here's Trippier looking for Ings. Ings just couldn't take it down. Barnett to hook it out and behind. First corner of the game. Just the way of Wigan, and you can see Danny Ings troubles them when he's running at them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got to just keep getting behind them, because the two centre-halves, they may be good in the air, but when the ball's at their feet, they look like they've got two left feet on. They're not the best. You can see there's an obvious clearance out, and he's given away a corner.
It's Jones to take it on that far side in front of the Bob Lord stance. Up your left foot in swinger, plenty in the middle to aim at. Shackle and Duff are up there. It's gone to the near post. Is it flicked on? Not quite. Not away yet though. It is now. Ben Mee to win the next ball, gets a head on it, gets it wide for Trippier, giving Trippier a bit to do, acrobatically gets it back in there, header away by Barnett. McLean and Trippier jump once more, good header from Trippier, clearance here from Barnett again, just to emphasise Paul's point, wasn't confident with the ball at his feet. Ings struggled to take it down, MacArthur to get it out of play, but again you've got to pressurise those centre-backs.
Yeah, you've got to put him under a little bit more pressure. Just shown there, he's just shanked it right into the air, and there's a little bit of a lost communication in the Wigan back four at the moment. So the crowd are really lifting them. We've got to keep working on that back four, because you will get something from it today.
Yeah, here's Trippier again with the throw, flatter one, looking for Ings, trying to take it under control. He's got help from Marnie. It's against MacArthur. He's a really good player at this level. Michael Duff to win the next header. Trippier just to keep it in play. Craney will win the next ball though. Gets on his left foot. Hoists it forward. Fortuné to jump against Duff. Shackle, always the favourite, had to hook it out of play under pressure from McLean, and that'll be a Wigan throw. Some Wigan pressure now. Got enough talent in their side to worry Burnley at the other end. Here's MacArthur again, former Hamilton player, under pressure from Barnes. It's square for Emerson Boyce. Boyce to drive forward, hooks it wide for Perch. Perch goes back to his keeper, Al Habsi. On in turn for Barnett. Barnett, long ball forward. Ben Mee to win the header. Centre circle now. MacArthur won it. Here's Gomez to stab it forward for Bersajo. It's running on from him. He'll keep it in play. This is the danger. He's got a good cross on him. Gets the ball towards that far post. Collison's won it, but only for the benefit of Scott Arfield, who drives now into the Wigan half. Arfield's done well with this. Fantastic run from the Scot. Just runs into MacArthur though. MacArthur big and strong. Won the challenge. Just needed to offload it there, Paul.
He did. It was just a yard too far, wasn't it? The Wigan bodies got right behind him, and he had too many in front of him. So there, he just had to play it into the strikers. But hopefully he can learn from that. But his confidence is growing. Arfield, he's getting into the game a bit more.
MacArthur's a good player. Really like him at this level. Poor ball from Fortuné, and Burnley have got themselves a throw. We're approaching the halfway point in this first half. It's Burnley 0, Wigan Athletic 0. At Turf Moor, Jones hits that against Collison. A little bit of a wild swing next time. Arfield to win the header. Barnes, can he reach it? He can. Second time of asking. Tried to hook it forward for Ings. Can't find his partner, and that's run through to the keeper, Al Habsi. 0-0 it remains. Burnley will be desperate to break the deadlock. It's still Derby 0, Barnsley 0. I can see as things stand. Burnley would be promoted. Flick on here from Fortuné. Remember, whatever happens, if Burnley don't win, Derby have to win to keep it going. Here's Arfield to touch it on, to find Barnes. Back to Jones. Jones, nice ball, gets it wide for Kitely. Ball inside from Kitely, looking for Ings. Touched on from Marnie, that's nice. There's Barnes in the middle, looking for him. 1-0 Burnley! Ashley Barnes! His first goal at Turf Moor! And how important could that be on 22 minutes? Ashley Barnes, fantastic move from the Clarets. And there was Ashley Barnes to finish it. Really well played. Great ball in, Marnie Kiley involved. But there was Ashley Barnes. Clip forward, good touch on here from Ings, chase from Marnie, ball in, perfect, on his left foot. Ashley Barnes buried it, his first goal at Turf Moor. Burnley lead, Burnley 1, Wigan Athletic 0.
Well, you won't get a better goal than that today, because that was a complete team goal. It started from Jones in the centre, he put it out to Kitely. Kitely first time, a bit sloppy pass, but Danny Ings made it a great one into Marnie's feet, and what a ball into the box. A nice easy finish for Barnes to say 1-0 Burnley.
It's a massive goal. And listen to the crowd, that's got the reaction. You couldn't have asked for a better goal on a big day like today. And Ashley Barnes has got it. His third for the Clarets, his first at Turf Moor, and the noise is deafening because Burnley have just taken a step forward here. It lifts a lot of tension, that, Paul.
It does. You can just tell by the fans, can't you? All of a sudden they're looking at each other thinking, wow, we're nearly there.
It's a start, isn't it? I suppose that's all Sean Dyche will say it is. He'll take it in quarters. We're leading in the first quarter. There's 3 to go. Scott Arfield can't keep that in play. There'll be a throw to Wigan. They've a lot in their locker. They'll come bouncing back. They've done so well under Osler. 15th when he took over to 4th now in the favourites in the playoffs. Perch back inside for Barnett. Burnley 1 up. Ball forward from Barnett, looking for Bersajo. Flicks it on from McLean. Bounces it up awkwardly for him. Marnie fancies getting on the end of it. Bersajo up against Trippier. Trippier's knocked that out of play. It'll be a Wigan throw. Back with Craney. Craney to deliver a ball in from McLean. Duff holds him off. Trippier with the clearance, left-footed. Real noise at Turf Moor. Burnley have the advantage. Clearance here from Boyce. Shackle to win the next header. Helps it on to Meat. Just swings his left boot at it. Here's the scorer, Barnes, up against Boyce. Here's Jones to win the next ball. Barnett to get it away. Arfield to win it. Marnie turns on himself. Can't find the pass he was looking for. He was looking for Kitely. Bersajo to take it down. Ings to try and nick it off him. Burnley've won it. Here's Kitely. Just looking for Ings to go on a rung on that right channel. Barnett to it. Ings very nearly nicked it off him. Barnett out of play. Burnley throw. The noise is fantastic.
Yeah, noise is great, but Burnley are starting to give them something to sing about. Ings has now started to realise that he can get beyond this back four. He can cause problems. Even when Wigan had a yard or two in front, he still managed to get there and cause them problems.
He gained a lot of yards there on Barnett, who I thought was quicker than that. Here's Trippier. Dinks the ball in, header away by Barnett, collided with his own man, and that'll be a Burnley throw. Doesn't matter what happens elsewhere. If Burnley win this game, they are promoted back to the Premier League after a gap of 4 years. Here's Trippier. He's picked out Marnie. Can he hook another ball in here? Skied that a little. Arfield will battle and try and win it. MacArthur's got the head on it. Jones to head it on here. Looking for Arfield on his left foot. Oh, going for glory. Had to hit it first time. On the volley and over the bar. But we've seen all season, Paul, he can hit a ball really well.
He can, but there it was just coming over his shoulder, so it's a bit of a blind volley, a very difficult technique, but he's got the confidence to play it.
It's worth a go. That went in. The roof would have come off, I think. Al-Habsi looks for Craney. Burnley leading 1-0. It's probably the biggest game at Turf Moor for years. That's going to go all the way through to Tom Heaton. Applause from the 3 sections of the crowd. Burnley have scored 68 times now in the league. Fantastic return. 25 in all comps for Danny Ings. 21 for Sam Vokes, who's had a fantastic season. Nobody will forget his contribution. Ball forward, looking for Barnes. Does flick it on. Don't think he can find Ings. Craney across to deal with it. Thumped away by Boyce. Duff to win the next header. Ball's gone wide here for Ben Mee. It's a really good header from David Jones. Ben Mee doing well to reach it. Scott Arfield will help him out. Jones in space. Good play from Burnley. Back to Ben Mee, who had to stretch to retrieve it and has done well to get it back inside for Duff. Duff looking for Kitely, involved in the goal, but giving it away here to MacArthur. Burnley have got to steady themselves. A long way to go yet. Here's Gomez. Got it wide on that far side for Craney. Don't forget, Wigan won at Man City. They drew with Arsenal in that semi-final, lost on penalties. They're a good side, good thoroughbred side. Burnley battling with Ings now. Got the ball on that far side, some trickery. Wins the throw. It's only a throw, but a fantastic reception from the crowd. All space here for Burnley. Marnie's got himself in a little bit of space. Hooks it towards Barnes. Punched away by Al-Absi. The keeper did well. It was brave from the keeper. MacArthur to get it away. Gomez to touch it on. Burnley win the next ball with Shackle. Burnley's relentless at the minute. Here's Arfield, left-hand side, needs a bit of support. Gets it from Mee. Mee checking on himself, going back to Shackle. Shackle might have to go longer here, perhaps. The skipper just hooks the ball forward for a chase. Jones deemed to have pulled his man back. Could have gone the other way. MacArthur was involved as well. But it'll be a free kick to Wigan. That's a shame because it's just come at a time when Burnley have got real momentum.
Burnley are starting to believe. More than anything now, they've started to believe, and they're passing the ball on the floor crisply. really moving it around nicely, and the most important thing, Jones and Marnie are really up front now, supporting those strikers, getting beyond and making things happen.
Shackle to block that, but under pressure immediately from McLean. Gomez to help it on for Bersajo. Wigan can be dangerous, looking to stretch Burnley on that left-hand side. Back with Craney. Wide for Bersajo again. Burnley leading 1-0, but under pressure here. And Bersajo just getting the better of Trippier. Looks to hook the cross in. It's in there. Headed away by Burnley. Needs to get again. Jones to battle and win it once more. Duff to get it away. Here's Craney. Craney to use Gomez. He's their playmaker in the middle of the park. Back with Craney again. Gets a cross in. Duff to win a good header. Got some distance on it. Burnley battling away. Arfield should clear it with a head now. Barnes will jump with Perch. Perch to get a head on that. It's wide for Fortune. Down this right-hand side. Former West Brom man. As he found his man, looked to foul by Jones. Referee quickly to blow. It's Jones and MacArthur. Jones not happy. Free kick to Wigan. I guess the referee was always going to give that.
Yeah, MacArthur's just gone down very easily. He hasn't, in looking at the replay, hasn't even touched him. It was just a clever one. He saw that Jones was going to make some sort of attempt, and he's just bought a quick free kick for Wigan.
Yeah, Jones's complaint is that he didn't touch him, or barely touched him. Here's Gomez, set piece specialist. Free kick's a good 45 yards from goal. Dinks it in flatter than I expected. It's flicked on. Easy one for Heaton. I think it was McLean with the header from inside the D. Just a glancing flick header. No trouble for Heaton, who was in the middle of the goal. Took it comfortably. Blackburn are 3 up at Birmingham, we understand. Blackburn pushing to try and get in that last playoff spot. Long ball forward, looking for Barnes. Split break in the middle of the park for Collison. It does. He just dinks it forward. Fortune jumps with Shackle. Shackle won it comfortably. Gomez to battle in there as well. Jones to get a touch. It'll break for Perch coming forward from right back. Perch dinks it down the line. McLean up against Arfield. It's gone Arfield's way. McLean not happy. Played for Northern Ireland as a youth, the Republic at senior level. Been in the papers once or twice. Not too happy with that decision, we can tell. 15 minutes to half time. Ashley Barnes' goal separating the two sides. Looking for Barnes from the throw. Can't flick it on. Here's Gomez. Gomez looking long. It's a bit up and under. Will that reach Tom Heaton? It will. Easy one for the keeper. Fortuny was never going to get there. Easy for Tom Heaton. Duff to get it forward for Kitely. Kitely with a flick for Ings. Starting to see a bit of Ings magic. Hasn't scored since the Blackburn game. He'll want to put that right today. Clearance is from Gomez. Fortuny to jump with Duff. Duff battling to try and get on the end of this. Fortuny has turned him. It's given against Michael Duff. Crowd not happy with that. Looked like both players were having a bit of a wrestle there.
The striker's always going to get the benefit there. The centre half, Michael Duff, cannot win that ball. So you're getting him around the neck, he's pushing him. I know they're both looking at the ball, but you can't do that. You've got to keep your arms by your side within reason.
Tricky one this. 40 yards plus from goal. 15 minutes to half time. Gomez, a sweet free kick taker. Everybody back for Burnley. Got to keep their eyes on the ball here. There will be nerves. Gomez on his left foot, dinks it in there. Flick on, and against the bar as he let off for Burnley. Still in there. Is that over the bar this time? That'll be a goal kick. Massive let off. Great delivery. It's Fortuny, I think, with the header. Great delivery from Gomez. He got a really good end at Fortuny. Came back off the bar, I think, with Eaton beaten.
Yeah, it was a fantastic delivery from Gomez. It was absolute whipped in with unbelievable pace, and I thought it was too flat, but Fortuny got a little flick on there and it flew heading towards the top corner, and Heaton was beaten, but thankfully the crossbar has saved the Clarets.
That's the sort of slice of luck we need. You do on days like today. You mentioned that Burnley-Plymouth game. There were bits of luck that day. Header won by Barnes, but that'll go out of play. It's come off the Wigan defender. Burnley have a throw. He'll want composure here, Sean Dyche. Having got the lead, he'll want the lads to keep composed like they've done all season.
Well, I think they look very composed now. They've now started to believe once you go that one goal up and you start to get a few more, you start to do different things, you're a lot more composed, you believe in yourself, believe in your teammates, and you'll start to play some much better football.
Up with a long ball, looking for Barnes, trying to win the header. There's a clash in there. Barnes has caught his man with a trailing arm, and that'll be a free kick just outside the D. Looks like he's caught Boyce there. Is it? Was it a clash of heads perhaps? Barnes feeling his head. Let's see what the referee makes of that. Oh, I think he's carding him, is he? Is he carding him? We're going to see a replay now. Wants Barnes to come to him, bit of pushing and shoving. He has lent with an arm. I didn't think it's a swing of an arm. I think it's trying to elevate his position. Wonder what the referee's going to do here. He has sent Burnley players off in the past. Stephen Colwell at Chelsea, I remember. Barnes the scorer, and he's going to have to go for a word with the referee. We're going to crowding him. I assume it's only going to be yellow. It is a stray arm. I don't think it's a swing of the elbow, Paul.
I don't think so, but sometimes referees can interpret them wrong. He has caught him. We know he's caught him. He's not happy. Arms are going to be up there. They're trying to get off the ground. You need your arms to do that. It just depends on what the referee sees, because he caught him with his left arm.
Marnie's just got Ashley Barnes away from the incident. I think the referee still wants to speak to him. He's going for a drink, and I think Keith Stroud still wants to speak to Ashley Barnes. And Emerson Boyce has had some treatment, will go off the field of play, but I think once he's had a drink, Ashley Barnes will be speaking with the referee. You've just got to hope it's just a yellow.
Yeah, that's the most important thing now. He's going to do something, whether it's just a talking to, and hopefully it's just a yellow card at worst. He has caught him, we know that. You can tell by the Wigan players they're not happy whatsoever, but hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid now.
It's a yellow. I can see a yellow card. Ashley Barnes has had his moments with referees in the past. I've got to say, in his defence, I thought it was a straight arm. It wasn't a swing of the arm. It did catch his man. Keith Stroud seeing it as a yellow card. 10 minutes to half time. Barnes in the book. Crowd not happy. Crowd see it differently. We've seen a replay. Certainly caught him, hasn't he?
Certainly caught him. I know the fans are unhappy and they're booing. I'm just relieved that it's not a red one, because you never know with referees nowadays.
He does give cards out, Mr. Stroud. Sent Stephen Colwell off at Chelsea in that Carling Cup game, that memorable Carling Cup game. Sent Clark Carlisle off at Wolves, I remember, as well, in a championship match. So we'll see how that develops. Ashley Barnes will have to be a little bit more careful from here. Al-Habsi with the free kicks, just outside the D. Shackle to win a header, and that's out of play. 10 minutes to half-time. Burnley leading by a goal to nil. Ashley Barnes with the goal halfway through the first half. As things stand, of course, Burnley will be playing Premier League football next season. Barnett to help it on. And again, it's just going to be touched on towards Fortunia. He headed against the bar moments ago. Can he deliver? He's won himself a throw. I can't see Boyce for the moment. Looks like Perch. Yeah, he's out having more treatment. Ball came in. Easy one for Heaton. Still having treatment, Boyce. Obviously a cut. And Perch has gone to centre-back for the minute. So Burnley have got a man advantage. McLean came back to just challenge Benme. Pushes him away as he gets up. There's a bit of anger out there. Wigan feel aggrieved, I think.
Yeah, they're not happy. They're not happy. He's going to come back on now with the Terry Butcher treatment, isn't he? He's going to be a hero at centre-half. But yeah, they're not happy. So this might liven Wigan up a little bit, and you might see a little bit of a battle going on out there now.
Have Terry Butcher heroes if you play for Barbados, I'm not sure. Might be a bit more relaxed over there. Long ball from Heaton, pushing the back, surely on Ings by Boyce, who just returned. Listen to the boos. I've got to say that looked a clear push to me. If you're not going to give that, well, you couldn't give the Barnes incident. That was Boyce annoyed, I think, wasn't it?
I think he's very annoyed, yeah, and I think he might be looking at the ref to say, you might let me have a couple that I can get away with right now.
That looks as clear a push as you're going to get. A little bit of anger out there. Burnley have stoked the Wigan fire a little. Trippier with the throw. Finds Ings, trying to flick it on for Barnes. To it first is Barnett. Hooks it to safety. Throw to Burnley. Clarets leading here by a goal to nil. No news as yet from the iPro. Derby County Barnsley. Barnsley fighting for their lives, of course. Trippier with the throw. He'll look to get it in the middle. Barnes might be the target here. Boyce has got a white bandage across his forehead. Let's see what happens with the throw. Trippier, good distance on it. Was Barnes being held? Certainly one or two thoughts in there. The crowd on that far side believe so. Here's Trippier looking to try and tease Bursajor. That'll be a free kick. Linesman comes to Trippier's rescue. Bursajor not happy. But it's got a bit niggly out there, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, it's got very niggly. I'm quite surprised Burnley go with the long throw though to Barnes, because Barnes not like 6'5", is he? He's not a huge target man, and he's not really going to win that many in there. But Bosajor's just given a soft free kick away all over Trippier, and it's an easy one for the linesman.
This is a chance for Burnley. It's near the corner flag. David Jones to deliver, swings it in to test the keeper, who's poured it away. It might have been going in. David Jones, I think, went for goal there. Al-Habsi just on his toes to keep it out. Looks like that was going for goal.
It was one of those Robbie Blake sneaky ones, wasn't it? Everybody piles in the box, the goalkeeper thinks that it's going to go on the centre forward's head, and he tries to sneak it in that near post, but he done well to claw it out.
It's Jones with the delivery from the corner, swung in towards that near post. Another one, it's come off the defender, good pressure from Burnley. A second goal now would be fantastic. It's going to be Jones to deliver again. Got Shackle in there, got Duff in there, Ings in there as well. It's gone short for Kitely. Kitely has to be careful who drives into the box. That's good. It's got a deflection, unfortunately, as he was trying to deliver it in there. Can Burnley win the next ball? It's going to go out for a throw. Unfortunate there, because Kitely got really in a good position. Dragged it back. It just got a deflection off a defender. It's going to be left for Trippier. Another long throw perhaps here. Barnett on Barnes. Arfield trying to get in there as well. Let's just see what happens with this one. Trippier to deliver. Al-Habsi on his toes as well. Swings it in. 1-0 to Derby, we understand. Derby have taken the lead. Al-Habsi collects the ball. Derby County 1. Barnsley 0. But as things stand, Burnley would be promoted. Oh, Fortune has caught Shackle. This time it's a swing, and this time Keith Stroud will be showing red. Don't think the referee's any option. He's had a real swing. He's got his yellow card out. Oh, my word. I saw that a little differently. Wigan are aggrieved, and I thought Fortune had a real swing there at Jason Shackle. It's yellow. A smile from Keith Stroud. Again, maybe not. Maybe it's a straight arm. Similar sort of incidents. That's a yellow card for both.
Yeah, when you look at the replay, it's very easy to then say, yeah, it's exactly the same as Barnes. It's a weak left arm, just lingering. Yeah, he's caught him, but no malice in there. And I think the referees just had to match it up, really.
Yes, I think so. Like for like, I think, in the end. Fortune wasn't really looking at the ball, knew where his man was, had a bit of a strong arm, caught Jason Shackle, tit for tat. But I'm not quite sure why a game between Burnley and Wigan has got this tasty.
Well, it just happens. It doesn't matter who you play against. The teams doesn't mean a thing. It's what happens when you're out there. If someone catches you, or something happens to one of your teammates you're not happy with, as a team, you should stick up for each other. That's the idea of it, isn't it? You're there as a team, and if one of you hurts, then you all hurt.
Shackle getting some lengthy treatment. We'll have a bit of added time, but just to recap, Derby County are leading against Barnsley. Derby County 1, Barnsley 0. But as things stand, all it needed to do was win here today, and they are leading by a goal to 0. Lengthy treatment for skipper Jason Shackle. Referee's got his work cut out here. And Shackle will just have to go off the field of play to come back on. Just for the minute, I would think Ben Mee will cover at centre-back, although Shackle will be ready to come on straight away. Made of stern stuff. Burnley remain 1-0 up here. Boyce with header, more boos for him. The crowd were booing Barnett when Boyce was getting treatment off the field of play, so they lost their bearings a little. Here's Arfield. We'll leave it for Ben Mee. News coming through them from the iPro Stadium. Derby are 1-up against Barnsley. Here's Mee. Dinks it inside for Jones. Jones on quickly for Arfield. Arfield waiting for support here. Can he go on his own a little here? He can. He's pulled back by Perch. That looked a free kick. And the referee agrees. And you would think Perch might go in the book here. Going to be a free kick just outside the box, left-hand side. Dangerous position, this.
Yeah, very dangerous, but great play from Arfield. Very positive again, getting up Perch, causing problems. And I feel for this referee, he's under a lot of pressure this first half, and I think he's dealt with everything absolutely spot on so far.
He's got it right, I think, hasn't he, to be fair. He's got a bit naughty. He's not the biggest man on the pitch, by any means. Free kick, it's Kitely and Jones over it. Left-hand side, just outside the box. Can Burnley deliver here just before half-time? It's going to be Kitely to deliver. Gets it in there. Oh, Michael Kitely! What a free kick! Straight in for the free kick. No chance for Al-Habsi. Burnley have double the advantage. And it's Michael Kitely in fantastic form. What a free kick that is. It's a stunner from Michael Kitely. Burnley 2, Wigan Athletic 0. What a goal from Michael Kitely.
Well, how dare he shoot from there? Nobody was expecting that whatsoever. The strikers have gone in there, and he's absolutely planted it in the far corner. I think he's got a slight deflection off one of the Wigan defenders, but what a cross strike, whatever you want to call it, from Kitely.
tell you that's a strike, I'm sure. It's a big goal. It extends the advantage here at Turf Moor with Derby winning. Burnley 2 up against Wigan. Whoa, Sean Dyche will want half time now. Super free kick from Michael Kitely. His 5th of the season, and he's hit the boards in recent weeks. Listen to the crowd now. Burnley will want this advantage in at half time. Craney with the throw, looking long towards Fortuny. Chest it down, chance here from MacArthur. Dragged it wide. It's Collison, in fact, well wide of the target. The lad on loan from West Ham. He's dragged it well wide of the target. And I think Sean Dyche will have one eye in half time now, Paul.
I think he will do. I think he'll be absolutely buzzing. You can't have picked a better score. Well, you can, 3-0 or 4-0 obviously, but the way the lads have responded, because the first 10 minutes was a bit of a nervy 10 minutes, trying to suss out what Wigan are doing, and I think they've just settled into this game nicely. The belief there is unbelievable. Every one of them has got playing on top of their game.
Listen to the noise. The crowd are starting to enjoy it. The players will start to enjoy it. Craney with the header away, but Wigan have got a lot to offer. Burnley have to be careful. Ooh, that looked awkward from McLean on Duff. That'll be a free kick. Keith Stroud, to be fair, as Paul said, right on there. Former Premier League referee. He's given the free kick. Kieran Trippier with it. Minute to half time. Goals from Ashley Barnes and from Michael Kitely, given Burnley a 2-0 lead here. A bit of a cushion perhaps. Just to Jason Shackle just stretching on the halfway line. Tom Heaton to deliver. Get a ball in there, looking for Barnes. Boyce will jump with him. Boyce to win the header. Fair and square. Here's Kitely. Back inside for Marnie. Marnie to get it wide here for me. Super ball. Here's Ben Mee. Might fancy a shot here. Oh, he's hit it well, you know. Al Habsi to claw it away. Hasn't scored this season, Ben Mee. He fancies a bit of it and hit that like a dream left-footed.
When you talk about confidence throughout the team, even your left back is roaming forward and he's prepared to have a strike from quite a way out, and what a strike it was. Made Al Habsi do something, had to make that save. But look at the players, the fans, everybody is up for this.
Really buzzing now at Turf Moor. Kitely with the corner, left hand side. We'll wait for the fourth official to put the board up in a minute. Bit of pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box. It's gone in there deep. Duff to try and get there. Will be cleared. 4 minutes. But a couple of delays. Trippier, what a ball that is to pick out the taker. Kitely, who's taken it down well, to be fair. Up to the inside for me, who's blocked the challenge. That'll go out, will it? Stayed in play off the corner flag. Seen everything. But me, oh, he's fouled here. He's fouled here by Perch. He'll go in the book this time. Knocked it one way, was going the other, and Perch just body checked him. And he can count himself a little bit fortunate. He wasn't booked moments ago when he pulled Arfield back by the touchline.
You've got to believe, everyone has got to believe now, because when that ball's sailing out for a goal kick or a throw in, it hits the corner flag, it comes back to Ben Mee, but he does ever so well. He goes around one way, knocks it the other, and does, well, again, being very, very confident, bullish. Yeah, absolutely, the confidence is so high with every single player. They really are enjoying this.
Why not? I don't think he'll go for goal from here, Michael Kitely. It's nearer the corner flag. We're in time added on. He'll look to deliver this in there. Has done. Towards that near post. Poured away. Got it away. Boyce has got it away. Trippier might hit this on his right foot. He skied it. He's hit the glass in between the two tiers on the Jimmy Mack end. Boyce having a quick word with the referee. There's more blood, and I think Boyce is going to have to go off the field of play here. That'll annoy Wigan even more. Has he got blood on the bandage? Boyce having to go off for more treatment. That'll really knock Wigan. Boyce going off for more treatment. We've played a minute and a half of added time. Burnley 2 up here. Ashley Barnes on 22 minutes. 20 minutes later, a goal of the season contender from Michael Kitely. From a cute angle with a free kick. Just left Al Habsi stranded. Header won here by Shackle. And that'll go all the way back to Al Habsi. Burnley 2 up. Keeper with the clearance here. That'll run out of play. Trippier, easy one for him. Sean Dyche got one eye on the dressing room now. Boyce, I think, ready to come back on. Listen to the crowd. They've been fantastic from the first minute. Full house, 3 sides of Turf Moor. And they're rejoicing now because Burnley have had a great half here. Headed away by Barnett. Don't want to do anything silly, the Clarets. It's a hostile atmosphere. Don't want to get anybody sent off here. Trippier trying an acrobatic kick. Couldn't keep it in play. Wigan throw. Last death of the half. Burnley have got to just keep concentrating here. It's going to be with Stephen Craney, former Celtic, Leeds and Blackpool fullback. Throws it long. Burnley with Trippier on the volley and away. Barnes to try and win it. Got clattered for his trouble by Gomez. Burnley will break with the ball. In fact, they've got a throwing on that far side. That's good enough. In between the dugouts, Burnley will have a throw with Kieran Trippier. It's been a great half, hasn't it, for Burnley?
Been a fantastic half. And I think it goes to show what Burnley have not got to be scared of next year when you go to the Premier League, because if this lot can do what they did against Man City and Arsenal, you've got to take that confidence into it, because these, for me, today have been a pretty poor average team.
Struggled at the back for me. Burnley have put pressure on them and they've struggled a little bit at the back. Ashley Barnes has taken a bang to the back of the head. It has been physical out there, but Burnley have got right on the front foot at the start. Again looking for Barnes. It'll be cleared here by Wigan. Chase for Fortune. Duff to it first, trying to flick it on Burnley with Marnie. More work here for Duff, under pressure from McLean and Fortune, and that'll be a Burnley throw just in front of Uwe Rosler, who's not happy at all. He's not happy at all. Having played well in recent weeks, maybe he'll be disappointed. They'll want third or fourth spot into the playoffs and get home advantage. Throw from Trippier. Barnes couldn't win that. Jones will though, just to help it on. Long ball through the middle. Shackle to win the header. Done really well against Shackle there. Here's Kitely up against Craney. Craney to get it, touch it down. Ball back inside again. Marnie to win it. Clearance here from Barnett. Scrappy stuff. And that'll be another Burnley throw. That's the half-time whistle. Superb half. All that Burnley could have asked for. Opener on 22 minutes. Came from Ashley Barnes. Fantastic move. Involved Jones, Kitely, Ings and then Marnie. Marnie got away on the right-hand side, pulled the ball back, and there was Barnes to smash it home, left-footed, and the Clarets were 1-0 up. It became 2-0 3 minutes before half-time.
Hello Clarets fans, Phil Bird here. Make sure you subscribe to Burnley's official YouTube channel and turn on notifications, otherwise you might miss moments like this. Oh, what a goal! And Wood was there to finish it.
He's spitting Glenn Little, look at us.
Enjoy the video and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Up the Clarets.
I've an announcement for Damien Folds, and you please contact nearest club steward. That's Damien Folds. Please contact the club steward.
And the times I've seen McManaman, he looks a player.
He does, he looks very good on the ball. He's got a lot of pace, a lot of skill. Very surprised that he's starting on the bench because so far he's all about him at the moment.
Yes, it is, yeah. I thought one or two bigger clubs might be in for him. When Wigan were relegated, it did surprise me a little. It does look like he's going to play a wide right role, I think. McLean on the left-hand side. Fortuné through the middle. Barnes to jump here with Kiernan. Kiernan was on loan at Brentford early in the season. Trippier to clear this left footer. Burnley leading 2-0. Still work to be done here. No complacency from the Clarets today, I wouldn't have thought. Marnie's reached that. Duff helps it on to Trippier. McLean chasing hard. Fortuné's blocked it, but it will be a Burnley throw. Trippier just issuing some instructions. Basically a big 45 minutes here for Burnley. Massive 45 minutes for the Clarets. Just doing his shoelaces up, McLean. Trippier waits, and the throw will go long, I think, towards Ashley Barnes. So three at the back, maybe to counter Ings and Barnes. Throw again, looking for Barnes, pushing the back. Barnett, free kick every day, every week. Not quite sure what he was doing there.
Some centre halves are completely numb, aren't they? What is he thinking? You cannot go through a player like that. It's just stupidity. But from Burnley's point of view, it's a good opportunity to put a quality ball in and put that Wigan defence under more pressure.
Keith Stroud's no mug, he's going to give those, I think. Jones to deliver. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Everybody back for Wigan. A goal now for Burnley would really, really help. Jones to deliver. Plenty in there. Goes in there. It's a little deep, I think. The keeper's come and collected. Shackle was emerging at the far post. Al-Habsi to it. Rolls it out for Fortuné. This is where Burnley were caught out a little against Middlesbrough, but Ben Mee's here to clear the lines now, and he's found Barnes with the ball. Barnes to take it down on his chest. Has he got support? Waiting for support patiently. Hooks it back to Jones. Jones wide for Me inside for Marnie. Marnie back to his keeper. Tom Heaton in possession, edge of his box. Burnley have got Ipswich at home next Saturday. Reading away a week on Saturday. Barnes to take this down. Kitely to try and touch it on to Jones, but loses out. Collison to win it. Perch finds Collison again. Back to Perch, who was under pressure and loses out. Kitely's got this. Driving forward here, Michael Kitely. He's waiting for Arfield to come. That's a shot. Oh, it was close. He's got his eyes on the target these days, Michael Kitely. Hit that right-footed. Al-Habsi moving to his left-hand side. That wasn't too far away.
Wasn't far at all. He's got some this confidence in him, and whether it's right foot, left foot, he just lets fly. And he's a good 35 yards out there, and he's caused the goalkeeper all sorts of problems, and he's literally inches away.
A goal like that would seal Burnley's promotion, one would think, at this stage. But Wigan will keep biting back. Kitely inside for Ings. Ings driving forward now against Boyce. Had to turn back on himself. Uses Michael Duff. Duff to it, but can't find Ben Mee. Oh, Burnley stretched here. It's going to be Fortune to try and have a run at Burnley. What a tackle from Michael Duff. Wins the ball nice and clean. It's with McLean on this left-hand side. Driving now at Trippier. He's dangerous. Gets the ball in. It's blocked. Berchajot, next ball blocked. Burnley did defend well there. Come back again from Barnett. It's wide once more from McLean. Next goal in this game is crucial. McLean to deliver across, Duff to get it away. Not a complicated clearance. Barnes battling with Kiernan, but it'll break for Ings here. He's looking for Barnes, who will be onside. He's going down this right-hand side. Has he got support? Arfield trying to join him. Arfield coming forward down this right wing. He's got support from Jones. Jones waiting now, waiting. Uses Arfield. Arfield, foot on the ball, looking for options, finds Marnie wide, but that's out of play, unfortunately. And that'll be a throw to Wigan. You just worry a little bit about tired legs here, having played Friday.
Yeah, that'll come from both teams. They'll get a little bit tired as the game goes on. But unfortunately for Marnie there, he just overhit the pass. But again, it's confident play from Burnley. They know when to go at the jugular, they know when to slow the game down, and that was the perfect opportunity to really slow Wigan down, because they're trying to go at it these first 5 minutes.
Yeah, there'll be a reaction, won't there? And Shackle's lost out there. He thought he was fouled by McManaman, who's a stronger lad than people give him credit for, and he's running at Ben Mee now, looking to get a ball in. Ben Mee's blocked it. First corner of the afternoon to Wigan. Ben Mee did well. Shackle thought he got fouled there in the build-up, but it is a corner to Wigan on that far side. Their chance here. Boyce to come forward, Barnett to get in there. Both those have been scoring this season. Barnett will be a danger. It'll be left foot in swinger here towards Tom Heaton's goal. Burnley need to be concentrating here, on the guard. Looks like Mee's picking up Boyce for the minute. Swung in, deep towards the back stick. Headed away by Michael Duffy's a good one. Won it cleanly, timed his jump well. Burnley to try and clear here. That looked dangerous kicking to me. He's got lumps of Kieran Trippier, and that will be Barnett maybe having a word with the referee. I think the referee's maybe just given him one there, just allowed him to take a high kick. But Trippier's in the wars again. That'll be a free kick for Burnley. It's a tasty one, isn't it?
It is a tasty one, and I feel for Barnett a little bit there, because, you know, he was entitled to go for it. Unfortunately, you know, Kieran being too small, it looks like it's dangerous play on him, but he had to go for it. I think he did get the ball, but just because it was a little bit high, I think the referee's just gone for the easy free kick.
Credit the referee, he's got that right for me. Foul, nothing more. Free kick to Burnley outside the box. 7 minutes gone in this second half. Burnley 2 to the good. Barnes and Kitely the scorers. Heaton with the ball forward, looking for Arfield, who's battling with Berchajot. The ball's beyond them. That'll go behind for a goal kick. Burnley want to stay strong here. Wigan have done well away from home. Those wins at Ipswich, Forest, Brighton, Sheffield Wednesday, Derby, Reading, Yeovil and Barnsley tell you they've got something in their locker away from home. Duff to win a header. Will it break here for Barnes to take it down up against Kiernan? Touch back inside for Marnie. Try to handball it, I think there, MacArthur. Here's Shackle inside for Duff. Duff wide here for Mee. It's giving me a bit to do there. Perch alert to try and win it. Burnley have got to be careful, not get too casual. McManaman's a dangerous customer. Gets away from one, running at Burnley now. It's Marnie with a challenge, but it'll break on that far side for Perch. He helps it on to Fortune. Back in turn for Collison to try and deliver. He's at loan at Bournemouth with Eddie Howe. Ball towards the near post. Knocked behind by Burnley. Corner to Wigan. It's an improved showing from them.
We're going to put Burnley under a bit of pressure these last few minutes. McManaman's the key, isn't he? He's picking up those balls, he's fighting for everything, and he's got some quality about him, so we've got to make sure they keep tabs on him. If you can keep him quiet, I'm sure you can keep Wigan quiet.
Yeah, he's a danger. He is a danger. Surprised he didn't start. Corner to Wigan on that far side. Burnley got a mark up. A lot of pushing and shoving. Swung in there. Ben Mee with a good header against Boyce. Arfield to help it on. Did really well there, Ben Mee. 1-on-1 with Boyce and won the header. Kitely to try and take it down. McManaman's got it forward. Boyce to try and head it on. It's got Scrappy in the middle of the park. Sean Dyche to try and encourage his troops. Down that right-hand side with McLean. McLean will use McManaman. Ball inside. Finds Kiernan, the other sub. Here's MacArthur. Better this from Wigan. Testing Burnley a little now. Here's Barnett. Barnett down the line. Fortune trying to turn away. It's come off Fortune. Oh, I thought it came off Fortune. It's been given as a Wigan throw. Kieran Trippier can't believe it, but it's gone the way of Wigan. Here's Berchajot. Finds MacArthur. Burnley got to stay strong here. Look for a third and try and kill the game, perhaps. Here's Boyce. Gets it wide on that far side for Perch, who's kept that in play just, I think. Can he deliver a cross? He can. It's dangerous. Trippier to get ahead on it. A good head as well. Here's Collison to win the next ball. Just gets it on that right-hand side. Touched on here from McManaman. Mee gets a little bit of it. Hooks it away. Could be a throw to Wigan. Down that right-hand side. Burnley leading by 2-0. Remember, the Clarets lost their last 2 home games. Somewhat unfortunately against Middlesbrough, but against leaders Leicester as well. Here's Barnett, former Luton defender, stabs it forward for MacArthur. MacArthur wide for McLean. Danger here for Burnley. It's a cross in there, but it's beyond the goal, and that'll be a goal kick for Burnley. The Clarets might just take their time here, because that was certainly an impressive start for Wigan.
Yeah, it's very good for Wigan. I'm just worried about Wigan's right-hand side. Is it time for change? Is Sean got to do something a little bit different? I think Kiteley's been absolutely superb today, but it might just be time to change it over on that left-hand side and maybe put Arfield over there. He can help out me a little bit more. He's a little bit more defensive-minded, just to shore up, because Perch and McManaman are just, for me, causing a few problems too many over there.
McManaman's a good player. He drifts as well, and he runs into the heart of the defence. He'll have to be watched. It's certainly an adventurous formation now from Rosler. He's going for it, I think. There's no choice. That's gone beyond Boyce and Barnes. Boyce to take the throw. Finds Kiernan. Kiernan back in turn for Al Habsi. No chance with the 2 goals. Really super finishes. Ben Mee to win another good header. How well has he played in recent weeks? He's been fantastic, hasn't he, in the last few weeks?
He's been brilliant. The whole back four is, throughout the whole season, they've impressed me more and more. But Ben Mee has really stepped up, and like we mentioned it a few times now, shooting, defending, heading. He's a very confident player at the moment.
Great from McManaman though. Just got a touch there, Mee, but McManaman will take the throw. Oh, it's got the way of Burnley in the end. Ben Mee to take it. Burnley will want to take the sting out of the game a little. Mee will look for options on the bench for Burnley. Shizak, Wallace, Stanislas, Edgar, Baird, Tracy and Long. Throw here from Mee. Let's see what he can do. Headed away by Kiernan. Blackburn are 4 up at Birmingham, by the way. Brighton 1, Blackpool 1. Derby 2 up against Barnsley, we mentioned. Ipswich 2-1 up against Bournemouth. Ings is away on that left-hand side. Has he got men in the middle? He's looking for Barnes. It's beyond them. The cross was just beyond them, unfortunately. It's Millwall 0, Doncaster 0. Watford are 1 up at Queen's Park Rangers, who are troubled at the minute. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Charlton 2. And it's Yeovil 0, Huddersfield 0. And pushing for the playoffs right at the end of Blackburn, with Gary Bowyer under pressure this week. But the important scoreline is Burnley 2, Wigan Athletic 0. Derby are beating Barnsley by the same scoreline. But if Burnley can keep this distance, Burnley will be back in the Premier League next season. MacArthur back to Boyce. Boyce to stab it forward. Fortuny on the chase. Duff to get ahead on it. Hasn't got enough on it. Eaton makes the save. Shackle to recover. And Ben Mee will hook it out of play. Oh, it's just too short from Michael Duff. And I think the keeper did really well there.
Yeah, I think Michael made the wrong option. He needed to stick it in row Z. He went for the clever one back to the goalkeeper, and there wasn't enough weight on it at all. And thankfully, Tom Eaton was right there.
He did well, Tom Eaton. He was just big and strong. Discussion between him and Duff now. And I think Eaton will say, well, I've saved you, Skim. Let's not worry about it. Looked a good save. Just got there and made the block. Keith Stroud is telling Tom Eaton to get on with it now. Referees in the second half, I think, started thinking about time wasted. They never think about it before then. Good save from Tom Heaton. Fortune just getting there first. Heaton with the kick. Approaching the hour mark. Burnley 2 up here, but still work to be done. That's come off Kiernan. Boyce to clear it. Gone to 3 at the back, remember, Wigan. Just pushing wing-backs forward. And Berchajot on this side. Perch on the far side. Chance here for Ings. It's an acute angle. Oh, he hit the post there, I think. Driving forward El Habsi, picked the ball up from nowhere, just took it into the box. Right foot shot, we'll see it again now. Burnley prepared to take the throw. It was a slip from the defender Kiernan. Ings took it down well. Might have been a block by the keeper on the post.
Well, he took it down very, very well. It was just gone with the outside of the right foot, and the goalkeeper had his angles covered. It was a very difficult one for Danny, but he still went for it.
That was a good effort, driving at him. Reminded me a little bit of the goal at Southampton when Burnley had been behind 2-0. Here's Marnie, just tucks that back to Trippier. Don't want anything silly here, Burnley. They're in control of the game, it would appear. But that's Bershajur just to stab it forward from McLean. Wigan can be dangerous from here. Collison to get it forward for Fortune. Oh, that's a good touch on here. Chance maybe for MacArthur. Helps it on to McManaman. McManaman, can he get the ball under control? He's crowded out. Took too long. And Burnley cleared it. Push here by Boyce. Clearly on Ings, near the halfway line. Boyce's turn to go in the book. It has been overdue. Pushed Ings to the deck. And that was about him being worried about Ings getting behind him.
It is, he's worried about his pace. But rewind 10 seconds, McManaman's in your box, causing you unbelievable problems. Mee holds him up, Shackles across, Jones back. All of a sudden, 3 Claret shirts are there, making sure nothing happens, which then gives Burnley the opportunity to get forward to Danny Ings, and they're scared of him. The back four of Wigan are really scared, hence the free kick given.
It's like a shadow, isn't it? If he gets behind them, they're struggling. Ben Mee with the free kick, just inside the Burnley half. Looking for Barnes, jumps with Barnett. Barnett's got a head on that. Might fall for Arfield here. Will he get a shot on? Helps it on to Ings. Dinks it forward, but can't find a Burnley shirt. Jones to win the next ball. Here's Marnie. Trippier screaming for it right-hand side. Can he deliver a cross here? Oh, it might have got a deflection. Arfield to take it down. Stabs it back to Marnie. 30-40 yards from goal. Marnie looking for Trippier. Can't find him with that ball. And Trippier's a little bit exposed here. Burnley will have to be careful. Arfield trying to provide cover. Ball inside for Fortune. They've gone again here. They're looking to try and test Trippier with McLean, who will keep it in play. It's good work from McLean. Looks to get a cross in. It's deep. Ben Mee needs to win ahead. Has done. Got it out of the danger zone. Done well with that, Ben Mee. It's a throw to Wigan. Burnley need to stay composed here. 1 or 2 anxious glances across. Wigan have certainly made an impression this second half, and here's McManaman again, but again he's running to trouble, taking it too far perhaps. Ings on the chase with Kiernan, who doesn't look comfortable. Ings will put him under pressure here. Kiernan heads it out of play. Thumbs up from Danny Ings. They're scared to death of the ball getting behind them.
There's 3 centre-halves at the back there for Wigan against Danny Ings, and they head it out because they're that scared. There's no composure, there's no communication. They just panic stations, and it gives Burnley that opportunity to take a throw in deep in the Wigan half.
It's controlled things a little bit for Burnley. It's given them a bit of a breather. Ball in looking for Barnes, but Boyce has intercepted it. Credit Wigan. They've really come at Burnley, but hang on a minute. Burnley dispossessed MacArthur. Arfield to try and have a shot here. Helps it on to Marnie's offside. Flag's gone up. Just strayed too far forward. Maybe Arfield could have had a go there. In the end, free kick to Wigan. Right on the edge of their box. Al-Absi to take it. It's a day where Sean Dyche might have to make some changes. He's got White, Stanislas Edgar, Baird, Tracy Long as his outfield substitutes. Here's Fortune. Stabs it wide for the dangerous McManaman. Having a run now at Shackle, trying to get beyond Shackle. Shackle's got a touch on that, and that's going to be a corner. 3rd corner of the half already for Wigan. And it's his ability to run at people that's causing us problems.
It is, he's got unbelievable pace. He knocked it one way and Shackle nearly got caught out. Just a last-ditch tackle there, but he's a very good player. Got great skill, but unbelievable pace to go with it.
Absolutely. Still only 22. He's 23 on Friday, McManaman. Bit of pushing in the middle. He was at Blackpool on loan. I do remember him playing. I think it was a 3-1 for Burnley. He had a good game that day. Just had a tendency maybe to overrun it a little. Corner on that far side. Work here for Burnley. It's gone a little quiet at Turf Moor. Swung in from that far side. Work for the Clarets. Header wide of the target. Who's that come off? It's Kiernan, I think, last of all. He just beat Mead to the header. Wide of Heaton's right-hand post. And it's getting a little nervy, perhaps. Just a little nervy for Burnley. When perhaps it shouldn't be.
It will do. It will do. That's football. The last half an hour is going to be very, very scary. The fans are going to go a little bit quiet because they're anxious. The players will start to feel it as well. The manager will. So it's going to happen. Burnley are naturally, as a back four, going to go deeper and deeper. It's football, but they've just got to be brave. The 2 centre-halves, the skipper, they've got to make sure that they try and keep the high line and just keep working really hard, because Wigan haven't shown anything too great so far. It's just keeping an eye on McManaman.
Absolutely. Here's Ben Mee with the throw just in front of Juve Rosler. What a story he's got to tell. Played international football for East Germany, came over to Man City, had a trial against Burnley reserves and scored twice, and that got him his contract for Man City, ironically enough. That's out of play. It'll be another Burnley throw. McManaman chasing it down. This will be a throw to the Clarets down this left-hand side with Ben Mee. He'll deliver. Still 2-0 at Derby. 2-0 here. That throw's too long, and that'll go behind for a goal kick with Al-Habsi, Oman international keeper, discovered by John Burridge, who used to play for a number of clubs. Hear the crowd now. It's with Boyce. Boyce to get this forward, looking for Fortune. Shackle jumps, wins the header. Comfortable enough. Jones to battle and win the next ball. It's quite physical out there. Here's Ings looking to get this forward for Trippier. Trippier will keep this in play. It's a great ball. Trippier's got Arfield ahead of him. Can Arfield reach this? Barnett's got to turn a pace. Keeper onto it and gets there. In the end, it's gone behind for a goal kick. But you've seen that from Ings. Fantastic crossfield pass.
It was, yeah, it was a great pass. First time outside of that right foot again, right into Trippier's path. But Trippier, for me, I'm just watching Trippier the last few minutes, and I'm not sure whether he's sort of trying to go at half pace and whether he's worried about his hamstrings. He's very disappointed with that pass, though.
Barnes has nicked this, and this is going to be a free kick, is it, for Burnley? A card here for Collison. Just nicked it off Collison, and Collison brought him down. The card list is getting longer and longer. The free kick's just outside the box, right-hand side. Jack Collison on loan from West Ham. Booked. Chance for Burnley. A third goal, well, would start taking the dreams into reality, I think. Let's see if Burnley can do anything here. It's just outside the box, right-hand side. Arfield, Jones over it. Four-man wall. It's a bit of a stronger wall than the time Cartney scored. But Jones might fancy a go here. Plenty in there. The referee's happy now with the wall. Let's see what David Jones can do here. Denied by Al-Habsi at the DW Stadium with a fantastic save. We'll go for this, I think. That's hit it. Al-Habsi to save. Claw it away. Still in play. Kitely to tuck it back to Arfield. Arfield on in turn for Shackle. Knocked off the ball here, Shackle. It will be a free kick. The linesman's flagged. Another free kick to Burnley down this right-hand side. Shackle was pushed over. I think the skipper knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, well, he didn't realise that McLean was behind him, I think. A typical centre-half in no man's land up front. He had a good touch, but he didn't realise McLean came from behind. He went down very easily, but that's what you've got to do in those situations. You've got to take advantage of it, and it gives Jones the opportunity to put another cross shot in.
Well, he's on his toes now anyway. Is it a two-man wall? Well, they've split. Don't know what they're doing there. It's a two-man wall that's split. They're back together again. Jones to deliver here. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Let's see what he can do here, David Jones. Has he gone for goal? It's got deflected in there. Burnley haven't quite got a touch on it. Shackle tried acrobatically to do that. Chase on that far side, but it'll be a Burnley throw. Jones was close. Good save that from Al-Habsi. Burnley 2 up. Well, it's the final quarter here now. Claret's getting close. Arfield to try and touch it on, but Burnley will increase possession. Wonder if Sean Dyche will make a change or two in the coming minutes. Fortune closed down. Burnley are fit enough, there's no doubt about it, but he's got back, to be fair, at Marnie. Clearance here from the defender, only as far as Shackle. It's given us a free kick. Danny Ings has caught his man. And the free kick on that far side. Ironic applause from the crowd. Into the final quarter, getting closer, Paul.
Yeah, getting very close now, really getting nervous times, but they've got the 2-goal cushion. Playing very, very well, playing with confidence, still very organised, still disciplined from everybody, hence probably why Sean's not wanting to make a change at the moment.
As I said it, we closed a man down and brought with the ball, so, you know, what do I know? What do I know? These lads are very fit. They're very, very fit. There's just words for David Jones on that far side. Just a little bit of treatment, perhaps. But the crowd have realised it's a key moment. Got to get behind the lads, and they'll do that just now. Derby 2 up against Barnsley. Still Brighton 1, Blackpool 1. Birmingham got to go back against Blackburn. Birmingham 1, Blackburn 4. Birmingham in a bit of trouble near the bottom of the table. Yeovil 1, Huddersfield 1. It's still Watford 1 up at Queen's Park Rangers. Ipswich still 2-1 up against Eddie Howe's Bournemouth. Fortune to take it down. Marnie's nicked it off him. Worked really hard. Given us a free kick, which Fortune applauds. Not sure Burnley did a great deal wrong there. Rather than just close a man down, the referee came to Fortune's aid. The free kick's 40 yards, 45 yards from goal. But they've got some big men and they'll be dangerous.
They have, and they've got some quality to putting the ball in. But I think it was a soft free kick there. I think it was just too many Claret shirts around Fortune. He went down very easily, and referees in these days just panic.
Let's hope we don't rue that. It looked a soft one, a really soft free kick. Ball's going to come in on that far side. It's a deep one. Burnley need to win a header here. Boyce to try and get on the end of it. It was a massive scrummage, and Boyce was the last man in line, but he couldn't keep on his feet, and in the end it's gone behind for a goal kick, and we're talking 20 minutes. 20 minutes, Paul, from glory.
Yeah, great defending there from Ashley Barnes. Came round the back and he was the last man with Boyce, and he just wasn't letting him get it. He put his body in there, his arms in his face, everything. He was determined to make sure there was no contact from the Wigan player. Great defending, and got a pat on the back from his back four.
A little bit of talk after the Middlesbrough game. Why don't we keep somebody up at corners? But I think that's Sean Dyche's way. He'll have everybody defending as a man. Free kick here. Barnes judged to have caught his man. Just wonder if Barnes has to be careful here. Keith Stroud has used a lot of cards. I'll make it 5 yellows. Don't want to get somebody sent off here. Ball forward looking for Fortune. Just helps it on from McManaman down that right hand side, and he'll get a cross in. It's hit Ben Mee, gone behind. Corner. Wigan's 4th of the half. They've certainly had a much better half than the first half. Cross goes Beauchajor to take it. Burnley got to be on their guard. A goal now would make it interesting. Burnley have got to see it out. Beauchajor to deliver. Boyce is up again. He's up against Ben Mee in the middle. Barnett's in there. He's dangerous towards Boyce, wide of the target. That'll be a goal kick. Burnley competitive, jumping with everything. Boyce is a danger in the air, but so far, thankfully, he's not got one on target.
No, not at all. We said it from the start, the two centre halves can jump. They are quite good in the air, but so are we. Burnley's back four are pretty good. Mee's there, they're causing problems. They're not letting them get a clear header on it. They're being strong and making it very difficult for Wigan.
Here's the goal kick for Tom Heaton. Burnley leading 2-0. Barnes on 22 minutes. His first goal at Turf Moor. Kitely's free kick is just simply sensational. Just before half time. Arfield to win the header. Just maybe having a look at changes here. Here's McLean hooking that left touchline. Ings nicks it and got caught there for me. Surely that's a free kick. Got caught. It's on his troublesome ankle by Barnett. Got there ahead of the defender. Nicked it off him. Looked a free kick to me, and we've just seen a replay. Clearly got caught by Barnett.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. He's just got his ankle, so whether that's his weak ankle, I can't really tell from here, but he's not happy. He's having a little hobble. His left ankle, he's holding it. The linesman was right in front of it. I can't believe he didn't see it.
Telling him that, I think, at the minute. It was right in front of him. It couldn't have been easier to see. Here's Kiernan. 18 minutes to play. Burnley leading 2-0. Here's Perch on the far side. Right wing back. For Wigan, gets it forward from McManaman. Heavy first touch, takes it out of play. He is a bit of an enigma. Every touch is different almost. It's a real mixed bag, and on that occasion it was a poor one. Here's Ben Mee with the throw. Remember Burnley's record against Wigan, not great. 22 meetings, Burnley have only won twice. Can they make it 3 today? Leading 2-0. It's on that far side for Perch. It's been a season of that. Ball forward from Collison. And that's Ben Mee on the volley and away. Barnes trying to take it down. Hooks it on for Ings. Ings turning one way then the other. Waiting for support. Loses out to Boyce. Battling to win it back. Chasing hard. It's gone all the way back to the keeper. Doesn't give them a minute's rest. Barnes likewise. Clearance from the keeper. Ben Mee wins a towering header once more. Boyce to stab it forward. Here's Fortune up against Shackle. Shackle doesn't take any chances. Headed out of play for a Wigan throw. 17 minutes remain. Whatever happens at Derby, a win for Burnley and the Clarets are promoted. Mee getting close. Well, they'll get a ball in here, but it's behind everybody, is it? MacArthur will retrieve. Good 30-35 yards from goal for the Scot. He'll look to help it on. A little bit of space here for Collison. Just helps it on to Barnett. Barnett to get it forward. Burnley nicked it through Trippier, who's got caught in his trouble. And that'll be a throw to Wigan. Burnley in the wars a little here. Knocks for Trippier and for Ings. Here's Collison. Collison to see if he can get a ball into the middle. Uses Barnett. Getting forward more now, they're 3 centre-backs. That's it, Trippier on the chest. And that'll be a throw to Wigan. Down this left-hand side, Beauchajor takes it. Finds Barnett. Barnett under pressure from Barnes. All the way back to his keeper. It's what Paul was saying in the first half. Centre-backs don't look comfortable with the ball at their feet. Here's Boyce, challenged by Ings again. Long ball forward. Mee to get a good header on it. When it looked beyond him again, Here's Boyce once more under pressure, gets it wide for Perch. Perch down the line for McManaman, running at me now. Shackle across to try and deal with it. Shackle battling away, got fouled. That'd be a Burnley free kick. I love how Jason Shackle falls on the ball and then waits for the flag.
Yeah, he gives a free kick to himself in the end, but it's good defending from Jason Shackle. He's there covering Ben Mee. It must be just a joy to play at the back because Ben Mee is so good in the air. He's brave, he's strong, and on that occasion Shackle just has to give him a little bit of cover, mops up the loose ball and wins an easy free kick.
Struggling with the board, or the Wigan lads are. There's going to be another change here. Don't know where the sub is. There's another goal at Derby. We'll find out about that in a minute or two. Looks like there's news from Derby. We'll get that in a moment. Here's Kiernan just to help it on. Finds Boyce. Burnley chase him hard. Boyce has just about done enough there to come away with the ball. Back inside from MacArthur. On for Collison. Collison helps it on to McManaman. They've saved a penalty, Barnsley, I understand. Derby 2 up, but they've saved a penalty. It's gone back to Heaton. He can pick that up, no problem. So it remains Derby 2, Barnsley 0. 15 minutes remain. Burnley are 2 up here. And surely starting to think of the glory days. Long ball forward. Header won by Kearney at the back. Just back break here for Dean Martin. He just hooks it forward into no man's land. He's got that not quite right. And that'll be a throw to Wigan. They're making the change now. Let's see what this is.
Wigan Athletic replacing number 11, James McLean.
Clean to make way.
29, Nicky Maynard.
Nicky Maynard on for James McLean as he jogs off. Maynard was a player that Brian Laws wanted to bring to the club after we were relegated in 2010. Promoted with West Ham on loan from Cardiff, and he'll go straight up front. So I think they'll play 2 widemen, and Kieran Trippier's down here, which is a worry. Taking a bang to the foot, and I think he's going to need a little bit of treatment here. That'll be a worry. Trainer on. Let's hope that's just precautionary.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to kill a bit of time because the trainer's not busting the gut to get on, is he? He's going quite slow, but there's a bit of activity on the bench with Burnley. I'm not sure if that's Ross Wallace that's just getting undressed, but they want to kill a little bit of time. But Tribbs has also taken a knock a couple of times on the top of his foot, I think it is. So is it precautionary, or is it a case of Kieran, just get on with it, let's get over that line and then you can go on holiday?
Just change here. Chris Baird to come on. Kieran Trippier makes way then. Not going to take any chances. With 13 minutes remaining. Not going to take any chances. Did look like Kieran Trippier wanted to continue, but Baird's come on at right back. And certainly the crowd just trying to encourage the lads over the line. It is just over 12 minutes remain. Burnley 2 up here against Wigan. Playoff chasing Wigan. Marnie to try and put a ball in. That's Al Habsis. Easy one for the keeper. So Baird in at right back. Trippier has made way. It's 2-1. Barnsley have got a goal back. Derby 2, Barnsley 1. Got a goal back. Sean Dyche not happy. Barnes is off here. I didn't see the incident. He's called him to him, has he? No, it's Ben Mee he's calling to him. I didn't see the incident. I was just worried who the card was going to. It's Ben Mee in the end. Sean Dyche is furious. He's just caught McManaman. The referee's seen enough in that, even though it's in the opposing half, to give him a yellow card. We've seen some cards today.
I think that Barnsley goal's just knocked you a little bit there. Forget about them, Derby. We don't care about Derby anymore. Burnley have done enough. They're playing so well. Me getting stuck in, letting McManaman know he's there and taking that yellow card.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Clearance from Boyce. It's an up and under. Test for Baird. Took it down really well. He's got a great record against today's opponents, which we'll touch on in a minute, because Barnes could hit this. It has done. Fisted away by Al Habsi. Hit it well, Barnes. The keeper only just had to move to his right-hand side, though, so it was fair enough. Unbeaten in 12, Chris Baird, during his career against Wigan. His time with Fulham, on loan at Walsall and at Watford. McManaman again. Falls on the ball, Shackle style, wins himself a free kick. Sean Dyche not impressed, and that'll be a free kick just inside the Burnley half. Got to keep the composure here. Got to keep the composure, Burnley. They're so close. It is just over 10 minutes away. Beausejour to try and get a ball in. Baird's blocked it. What a signing he's been. The latter part of the season. And that ball's even gone through to Ings. Ings driving forward now. Had a nibble. MacArthur. It's gone back to Marnie. Marnie will reach it. Helps it on. Marnie not happy with the delivery. Helps it on to Baird. Burnley just trying to take the sting out of the game as we approach the final 10. Here's Ings. Oh, nicely on for Arfield, trying to drive through the middle. That's a super tackle from Kiernan. He did well there, Rob Kiernan. Long ball from him. I thought there's an offside here, and the flag goes up. I'm appealing from the back rows of the James Hargreaves with that tense, but he was offside, I think.
Yeah, he was offside. We were right in line with it. It was a great decision. The linesman just waiting to see if he actually got involved in the game, and when it got to him, the flag went up. But Burnley are just keeping the ball a little bit more now. Can they be a bit more patient? Let's not go for this third goal. Let's just keep the ball, frustrate Wigan a little bit more, go side to side and be patient.
Yeah, 2-1 at Derby. 2-0 here to Burnley. The Clarets are doing what they need to do inside the final 10 minutes. And listen to the crowd now. They're going to get noisier and noisier. Ball forward, looking for Barnes and Kitely. Kept it in place somehow. Barnes hooks it forward for Kitely. Defender in strong, and that'll be a Burnley throw deep inside the Wigan half. Michael Kitely will leave this for Ben Mee. McManaman staying right up. Wigan's intent is clear. They're chasing the game even at this late stage. Ben Mee to deliver. Burnley are getting closer by the minute. Throw from Mee, looking for Barnes, half away. Ings to try and win the next ball. Kiernan did enough to just put him off. Baird will jump and win this now against Maynard. Let's see who's got the decision. It's going to go the way of the visitors, much to the annoyance of the James Hargreaves stand. But a Wigan throw it is, with Beausejour. Just throws it back inside once more to Barnett, who's come away nicely with the ball this time, but giving it away to Marnie. Marnie hooks it forward. Kiernan to take it down under pressure from Ings. Squares it for Boyce. Boyce going on a run here. Was ill-advised. Shipped it on to Kiernan. Kiernan's found Barnett. 7 minutes plus time added on remain. Here's Beausejour to get a ball in. That's dangerous. Shackle to get a boot on it and away. Collison wins the next ball. Kitely chasing hard, but it's gone wide for Perch on that far side. Here's a ball in on this far side. Chasing hard though, Burnley, having to work hard. Perch is running to trouble. Jones, simple ball finds Mee. Mee looking long, a little aimless into no man's land, but it takes up time. It is 8 minutes and counting. Kiernan in possession, finds Boyce. 34 now, Emerson Boyce. Michael Kitely's been awarded the man of the match, we understand. That will be announced in a moment or two. The goal is sensational. Here's McManaman though, to turn, face play, run at people. Finds Perch. Perch to try and deliver across. On for MacArthur. Here's Barnett in space. Might fancy a shot here, Barnett. Edge of the box. Burnley can't get it away just for the minute. Might still fall in there. Oh, the space for McManaman. Mee in with a challenge. Oh, what a challenge that was from Ben Mee. He had ground to cover. Got there in an instant. McManaman couldn't put it away. What a challenge from Ben Mee.
Fantastic challenge. The great work from the midfield four and their back four. They're keeping that unit really, really tight, and Wigan are trying to carve out an opening, but they can't. They think they've got one there with McManaman, but Mee is there like a shot to block him.
Corner on that far side. Still work to be done. Swung in. Dangerous one. Burnley've got a head on it. Michael Duff and Shackle going for the same ball. Got some distance on it and away. And that'll be a Wigan throw in front of Sean Dyche. Listen to the crowd. It's just building up to fever pitch. Burnley are getting closer by the minute. One or two of the Burnley lads just get up and have a warm up, the subs. It'll be a throw with Perch. There's a player down here. Is it the skipper? I think it's the skipper. Let's just find out in a minute or two who that is. Don't want any more injuries. Kieran Trippier gone off. 2-0 to Burnley. It's Ben Mee. I think it's the effects of the challenge. Just threw himself at it, Paul, didn't he? It's no wonder he's taken a knock.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he caught the studs of McManaman as he followed through, but it was brave defending. He just, well, superb defending from all of them all the time. They just really are committed to the cause.
In the Kitely, yes, you're right. It gets a nick off Craney, didn't it? I didn't see that first time. Whether that means the keeper doesn't save it. It's a fantastic goal nonetheless.
Well, whether it was going to get a nick or not, that goalie just wasn't moving, was he? He didn't think it was going to be going in that far post. He's thinking the defenders or a striker's going to get involved there, but it didn't. It just sailed into that far corner.
Active deception, isn't it? They're not expecting it. He just wasn't expecting it. Ben Mee's hobbling a little. Hopefully he's going to be able to continue. He's been fantastic in recent weeks. Applause around Turf Moor. That challenge was superb. McManaman was ready to pull the trigger. It's 5 minutes plus time added on. There's tension. Wigan trying to apply pressure, but Burnley are 2 up and have played really well. Here's Boyce, finds MacArthur. MacArthur on in turn for Barnett. Barnett will find Berchajor, left wing back to Barnett. Everybody knows the drills, everybody knows the jobs for these final 5 now. Fortuné wide for Berchajor, left hand side up against Arfield, back for Barnett. Barnett back inside for Kiernan. He's come in and played centre back. Used to be at Watford, finds Barnett. Barnett clips the ball forward to find Fortuné, took it down nicely on his chest, looking to turn. Dean Marnie close to him. Here's MacArthur, he's dangerous from distance. Hooks the ball forward, Berchajor will keep this in play. There's a few olays from the Burnley crowd, ironically, but I think he knew what he was doing. Taking it to the corner flag, not quite sure what you're doing there, Berchajor. It's wasting your own time. He's taken it out of play, has he? Not quite. Here's Fortuné, just inside the box, turns against Marnie. Burnley have got men back, clipped here. That'll be a free kick. Thank you very much. Burnley just waited and waited and waited. They've got the free kick. I'm not quite sure how that benefits Berchajor taking it to the corner flag.
He's obviously got Burnley for 2-0 on a coupon. Don't know what he was thinking there, but yeah. The slightest touch there, and the Burnley, well, I think it's Baird that went down in the end. Experience, slightest nick, and he went down and got Burnley a cheap free kick, and it gives you the opportunity to get back in the Wigan half.
Yeah, the crowd getting excited. They know Burnley are on the final lap here. Leading 2-0. Ashley Barnes with a team goal on 22 minutes. Michael Kitely 3 minutes before half time with a superb free kick that'll go in the goal of the season list. Burnley have got a throw deep inside the Wigan half. Here's the announcement. Michael Kitely's got the man of the match, and well deserved. It's a wonder free kick. Here's Baird with the throw. 3 minutes plus time added on remain with Chris Baird. Come to Burnley on a 2-month deal from Fulham. Arfield stays on side. Drives into the box here. Arfield has a shot blocked by the defender, and he'll know about that. Big clearance. Duff to win the header. Got to stick calm here because Wigan are still keeping men forward, and that'll cause Burnley just a little bit of concern. Barnes chasing this. Barnett big and strong, gets it back to Al Habsi inside the final 3. Al Habsi to get that forward. Ben Mee to take it on his chest, but Manaman nicks it off him. But here's Arfield to win the next ball. The crowd almost tried to help me, tell him there's a man on. Looking for Arfield. That's a ball from Baird down the line. Baird to collect it. Arfield to collect it. Just holding his man off. Is he going to the corner? He knows what he's doing. Burnley can see the finishing line. Arfield to the corner flag, uses Ings. Ings there to help him, wins the corner. Fantastic, as simple as that. I know it's simple, but what a bit of skill that is to win the corner.
It's not just that, it's Arfield as well, holding the ball up. He knew Danny was behind him, a little back heel, and said, go on mate, your turn. And he just calmly played it off the centre half's legs and gets Burnley a corner. Let's waste a bit more time in there.
2 minutes and counting. My word, what scenes here at Turf Moor. Only ever been promoted once here, back in 1973. Arfield keeping the ball by the corner flag, and that is annoying Wigan, and they've won themselves a throw right by their own corner flag. Hacked it away, MacArthur. He's a battler. Here's Ings. Wants to go there again, I think. Trying to snick it past MacArthur. Burnley battling hard, and they've won it through Arfield. MacArthur looks incensed here. No handball given, but they're still under pressure. Hasn't got it away, Collison. Hits it against Arfield. Goal kick. It's taken up 2 minutes by that corner flag. Al Habsi will look to drive and get this kick taken now. Cries of the Clarets are going up. The crowd think they're almost there. Approaching the final minute. Fantastic noise at Turf Moor. Marnie to win the header. Kitely the man of the match to help it on. Don't want any late scares here. Perch inside from MacArthur. Here's the bandaged Boyce. Last minute of the 90. Get it forward from McManaman. There will be 4 or 5 minutes to add on. We've had 1 or 2 injuries in this second half. McManaman, fancy skill, but he's lost out to Ben Mee, who just hooks it into the opposing half. And Burnley, as a unit, move up 10, 15 yards. Going to look for the ball over the top, Kiernan perhaps. Looking for the chaser in Maynard. Too much on it. That'll be a goal kick. And never ever at Turf Moor has a goal kick been greeted with such cheers.
The relief around the place is, I think they're starting to believe by just a little bit of singing, and like you say, they're going to cheer absolutely everything. Ben Mee just clearing the ball 40 yards out of the danger zone. That gets a cheer. Everything gets a cheer.
Fantastic scenes. 41 years since you've seen a promotion at Turf Moor. Couple of Wembley visits, but this will be special. We'll know in a minute how much additional time. Goals from Barnes and Kitely have given Burnley a 2-0 win. Surely a 2-0 win. It's 4 minutes remain. Burnley have got a throw in front of Rosler. We haven't seen the linesman's flag yet. It's 4 additional minutes. 4 minutes away from a passage back to the big time. Burnley are so close. What a season it's been. Ben Mee with the throw. Burnley naturally taking their time. Derby put them under pressure, to be fair, but Burnley have kept bouncing back. The win at Blackpool was crucial. Now they're 2 up here against Wigan. 2 wins over Easter. How often do you do that? Not very often. Bouchard will keep this in play. Not quite. Burnley throw deep inside the Wigan half. The crowd, Paul, are fantastic.
Oh, they're always happy. It's what Burnley's all about. The fans have always been superb ever since I've known them, and just listen to them. There'll be unbelievable parties going on tonight and for the foreseeable future.
Oh, they can celebrate and celebrate and celebrate. Got the ball down that right-hand side. Arfield taking it to the corner flag. He knows he just wants to wind the clock down and wind Wigan up in the process. We've played 1 minute of the additional 4. There'll be whistles shortly. There's some way to go yet. Sean Dyche must be such a proud man. He's there just organising things on the touchline. Doesn't want any last-minute errors. Jones to win the header. Here's Ings. 25 goals for him this season. Been a fantastic player for Burnley. Here's Barnett. Maybe one last chance for Wigan. Just gets the ball forward. Left-hand side. Bouchard won't keep it in play. And a throw-in is greeted with cheers. The noise is deafening. Burnley are almost there. 2 minutes of time added on have been played. They were amongst the relegation favourites back in August. Not given a prayer when Charlie Austin left to go to Queen's Park Rangers. But bit by bit, they've been fantastic all season. Only 5 defeats so far. It's a fantastic record. Another throw to Burnley inside the Wigan half. All the fans are to their feet now. We're almost there. It's gone back to Ings just to touch it on for Barnes. He'll try and keep it in play. Take it to the corner flag perhaps. Has done. Burnley are just wanting to wind the clock down. Barnes keeping the ball, trying to prevent Wigan getting to it. We're approaching the final minute of the 4. Ings, bit of fancy footwork, wins himself a throw right by the corner flag. And Burnley are almost there. It's the final minute of added time. All eyes will be on Keith Stroud shortly. Phones and cameras are out to treasure the moment. Wigan have nicked the ball. Barnes has just fouled his man. But it is the final minute, and Burnley are almost there. It's with Perch. The flags are out. Everybody to their feet. Fantastic scenes. Fantastic scenes. Throw to Wigan on that far side. In front of Sean Dyche. He applauds every touch now. Burnley are getting there. They're nearly over the line. Ball in for Heaton to collect. Huge cheers for Tom Heaton. Pack on the back from Michael Duff. He'll roll it out for Chris Baird. 30 seconds away. Amazing. 30 seconds away for Burnley. It's with Dean Marney. What an inspiration he is. That's the final whistle. Everybody runs for the tunnel. This is our time. Massive for Burnley. They're back in the big time. There's a pitch invasion. Burnley are promoted back to the Premier League. Would you believe it? Written off at the start of the season. Well, they're there now. What a moment for Burnley. This is our time. Magnificent for the Clarets. They've won it by 2-0. Goals on 22 and 42 minutes. Barnes with the opener. Fantastic team move. There was Barnes to sweep it home. 3 minutes before half-time. Maybe it was the key goal. Michael Kitely with a free kick. Looked an acute angle. Bent it round the one-man wall. Left Al Absi absolutely stranded. And we knew Burnley were close at half-time. But what a fantastic day for Burnley Football Club.
Oh, it doesn't get any better, does it? No one believed. Everybody wrote Burnley off. Thought it was a superb performance with the pressure everybody was under. The fans, the players, the managers, everybody rose to the occasion today, and they got what they deserved. Burnley back in the Premier League.
Yeah, back in the big time. Back in the big time. That's fantastic for everybody here. We'll just sit back down to have everybody behind us. Everybody's on the pitch, it seems, to celebrate the first promotion at Turf Moor for 41 years. They only had once before, 1973, when Burnley beat FA Cup finalists Sunderland by 2-0. Paul Fletcher got both those goals. 2-0 again here today against a side done well in the FA Cup. Maybe that was an omen. Burnley are up. They're back amongst the big boys. Sean Dyche done absolutely fantastic. Well done to him. To Tony Loughran, Ian Woan and the backup staff. They've been fantastic all season. Great news for the chairman, John B and Mike Garlick. They've done ever so well behind the scenes. Remember, this was Burnley's last year of parachute payments. Charlie Austin left just before the start of the season, and everything was doom and gloom for a little while. But very quickly, we realised this was a special team. 25 goals for Ings, 21 for Vokes. They've been absolutely fantastic. Every man in that team. And goals today that were sensational from Ashley Barnes and from Michael Kitely. What's going to happen here now? We're going to ask all the fans to get back off the pitch, because I think everybody wants to see the team come back out and get the applause that they deserve. It's just going to be a question of getting everybody off the pitch, and I'm sure they'll realise that, and I'm sure they'll get off. The players are celebrating there, you can see it. Fantastic story, real story. It's a fairy tale story. Shackle and David Edgar, been magnificent all season. Played every minute, Jason Shackle, every minute of every game, and the impossible has happened. Burnley are back in the big time. It's bound to be emotional, Paul, isn't it?
I think you'll see a lot of tears tonight. The players are so happy. They're now getting that opportunity to go in and play in the big league. They've got the future ahead for them is fantastic, and the fans as well. The fans want to see the big boys come into town and our team competing against the big boys. So it's such a fantastic day for Burnley.
Jason Shackle just taking hugs from everybody. Danny Ings was in there amongst them. Dean Marnie, Ross Wallace, Alex Chisak, Stevie Hewitt, Chris Baird, who's played his part just in the last couple of months. The announcement's just to try and get everybody off the field of play so we can get the players back out there. It's important we do that. Keith Tracy's there, just taking the congratulations as well. Burnley are back in the big time. The smallest town to play in the Premier League. Well, guess what? We're going to play in it twice, just for good measure. The scenes are a little chaotic, but we'll get everybody off the pitch, and then I'm sure the players can be back on there just to take the plaudits. Fantastic story, magnificent story. And today was a tough test, but to be fair, they played really well.
It was a tough test, and I'll be honest with you, it was a test that I doubted at the start. I thought, Wigan have got some unbelievable players. They're on a great roll. They've played some great teams this year and performed very, very well. So you think, well, coming to Turf Moor, they'll take it in their stride. They've been to City, they've been to Wembley, but they didn't. They could not cope with Burnley. They could not cope with the front two, the mid, any of them. They were just superb, Burnley, and Wigan were just made to look a very average team. And that just goes to show the confidence they should take into next year.
We are Premier League shirts on. The moment has arrived. It'll sink in very shortly. Sam Vokes there as well. Just taking the congratulations. I'm sure he should. He's had a fantastic season. Great scenes down there. The players will be absolutely made up. It's been a fantastic season. those 11 away wins, 14 here at Turf Moor, 25 in all in the league. The players want to come out, and I think there's just another announcement here, just to try and get everybody off the field of play, just so that can happen. They are celebrating just by the corner there. Got the banners out. Derby pushed us all the way, there's no doubt about it, but at the end of the day, Burnley were just too strong. Fantastic start to the season when we won 10 of the first 13 games, and then 8 out of 10. The fans were making their way off, and now I've got to come off again. Not quite sure why they're doing that. They are celebrating in front of the players. It's just going to make it difficult for everybody to get back out. Sean Dyche is there, just being lifted up by the players on the shoulders. Fantastic scenes. He's done magnificently, so harshly treated at Watford, and we've seen his pedigree. How well has he done here? Hug for Michael Duff, hug for all the players. They know what a season it's been. Outstanding season. Tom Heaton gets a special hug. He's going one by one just to make sure he greets everyone.
Hello Clarets fans, Phil Bird here. Make sure you subscribe to Burnley's official YouTube channel and turn on notifications, otherwise you might miss moments like this. Oh, what a goal! And Wood was there to finish it!
Just spitting Glenn Little, look at us.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Up the Clarets.